everybody, and welcome back to Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. And thank you for joining me today. Here we are on Glacio. And what I wanted to do here is I wanted to get a real base going here. I realized, I think it was last episode, that when I came here to visit, this base has pretty much been neglected. We came over here, pretty much mined the heck out of hematite, and then just left it. So what I would like to do is make an honest base out of this location. So I've got some crossroads going on here. I've got a road that comes in over here that goes across over this way. And actually, I say crossroads. I think that's the only road. So I have two directions I can expand. I can go this way, or I could go this way. I think I'm going to go this way to the, what would this be? I can't see. Northeast, more or less. So, I did a little bit of preparation prior to this. I visited every single planet in the save and noted what's going on each of those planets. Because I keep saying, I don't remember what's going on over on Atrox or over on anything. So I went to all 7 planets, visited them, and took the assumption that I had a beacon at any auto extractors that were running. I found a ammonium extractor on Calidor I had totally forgot about, but it only had about 20 ammonium in it, probably because it stalled with the bug so many saves ago and then just never did anything since then. I had an ammonium extractor going on over on Atrox. I do remember setting that up once I found it. And then on Silva, I have the graphite. I had been checking that one. And Glacio here, I have a Titanite one, which I think I did just last episode or 2 episodes ago. So I do remember that one. So those are the only places that I've got things going on. I do need to get a lot of ammonium because really low on hydrazine, and hydrazine becomes very important. So I do want to get some ammonium going. Calidor is probably the best spot to get it. I have had a lot of luck with Calidor getting ammonium on the surface. So, but I do have one already running on Calidor. It's not a great deposit, but it's not bad. And then I have that extracting, or that surface deposit over on Atrox right next to the base that Captain Clueless had found. So, anyhow, here on Glacio, I want to get a base going. So I've got my little area over here for, I forgot which satellite that is. Which one is it? That is the Pioneer. So I kind of want to leave some space there. I don't want to get too close to the gateway chamber because I don't want to listen to the endless music that occurs from it. So now that I'm looking around, I can't move this anymore. I discovered you can't hook a winch up to these anymore. So that's kind of stuck there. And same thing, I don't want to be so close to it that I'm listening to that noise it makes. So I'm going to change gears and we're going to go to the south-southwest. And we're going to expand this way. It looks like I actually do have a road going that way as well. Yep. So I have a road right here, and then I have a road right here, and this base literally is in the middle of it. So we're going to move the base over to here. So let's go ahead. This is probably the boring part, unfortunately, but we need the flat, right? I need a flat area. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I already had up here probably a good flat area, but I'm going to redo this and make it a little bit more resussed. And I'm not going to do it this episode, but eventually, if I get around to it, I would like to get some terrain analyzers over here and get some greenage going on over here. Because green just looks nice. At least get rid of the grays that are created from the leveling process. Like that little bit of gray there. Just get rid of those. So, alright, so yeah, it is going to do that silly thing. I do not have a drill bit here on this planet. Otherwise, I could just Use a drill bit. Oh, look, we got a little floaty bit there. Let's get rid of that. All floaty bits must die. There we go. So I'm going to try and probably fail miserably to get something that's a little bit level. So let's see if this does it. That might have been a little bit too much. I probably should have just stuck with the surface that was there. Yeah, that was too much. So I'll turn the little guy around. Let's see if I do... Let's see how well this worked out. So... You know, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly level, because without true flat, it's not going to happen. And even with the way the planet, you know, is basically a sphere, any true... Oh. Well, how about we get some tethers over here, too? With the way it being a sphere, a flat surface in one location, just, you know, 100 feet away, not as good. So, alright. I'm probably going to be happy with this one. I am... What sucks is I'm a perfectionist, but I'm never perfect. So, and this is probably just going to be exactly what I just had. And I don't want to spend 40 minutes just trying to get a level surface. So, oh my god. I don't know why I can't do it. I don't know why I can't do it. I can't even get close. I'm either way off one direction or way off on the other. Actually, this is good. This is good. Nope, because now it's sloping this way too much. Oh my goodness. And I've heard the suggestions about the alignment mod. The alignment mod trick does not work quite as well. The alignment mod, I've had very limited success with that. Because you have to be very, very dead on with that one try that you get, triangle. And if you don't get it, then you're going to be off a lot. And I don't have an alignment mod here. I forgot what it takes to build an alignment mod. But all I want... What did I want? I want something that is... Actually, if I do this, it'll help. How's that? Nope. If I... Actually, it just occurred to me I could do that little game with the little rectangle it gives me there. So, how does that look? Of course, now when I remove, I'm going to be off that triangle, so... And that's pretty much what I just had. Because the reason I want this to be somewhat good is after a while that slope just like it gets a little annoying. You're like, wow, everything's just leaning this way, you know. So I think this will be good. So we're gonna go with this one right here. We're gonna carve out a nice big area. Actually, it just occurred to me I have a solution for all of this. It occurred to me, here I did all of this and I wasted time, because the other thing I did between episodes, off camera as it were, is I came prepared. Oh, need to get tethers over here. So, and you probably saw it over there on the shuttle. I have prepared a shelter. So what I should do first is determine where am I going to put this thing. And I think... Let me take a look over here. What do we got over this way? Not a lot. And we also have a nice flat surface right here I could have probably used. So let's get you out of the way. Watch the oxygen levels. We got this nice little area here, but I want to be far enough away from the road. The habitat to be far enough away from the road. this should be good right here. I'm going to set it down right here. So this is going to be a major relocation. Let's grab this and right over here. So let me get some tethers over here before I forget. So let's grab these ones now, because I don't think I have very many. There is an oxygenator on the shuttle, so I can tether off of that. Okay, so the roads, we've got one road right there. You can see it. The other road, we can see it right there. So I think right about here is a good spot. Which way do I want it to face? Do I want it to face towards the roads? Or do I want to face away from the roads? I think I'm going to face away from the roads. It's not that important. Thematically, I just imagine, what's the nicer view, right? There are no windows on it, though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, this is where we're going to build it. And then I can get a flat surface from that. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Although I'm, you know, sitting on a fairly flat surface right here. Look at that. That's like very accurate right there. So, alright, so we're going to center off of this. There's our new base. So I can pick up some of these tethers because that shelter does have a built-in oxygenator. Excellent. So where do I want to go with this base? Obviously, I want some things near the road, but not too close. First thing, we're going to get to the road. So that does mean clearing a path to the road. We did kind of had this natural path right here, but we're going to need to make it a little bit wider. Alright, so that should work pretty well. Okay. Alright. And we're going to want all the stuff that's over here moved. So let's go ahead. We've got some debris here. We'll just leave that there. Actually, I brought this just for this, because I do want to take that back. So we'll just go ahead and we'll put that up here. I have some packagers. I also discovered you can pack, I'm sure somebody already found this out, but you can pack up those exo caches that have the new exo chips in them and pack them up and then take them back to the base. That way you don't have to take dynamite all over the place. You can just pack up all of them. And then I really love this thing, although I'm going to run out of power here. But you can get around really fast with this. I like it. But yeah, going to run out of power there, you can see, until I get the actual RTGs hooked up to the network again. So let's go ahead. We're going to just move as many of these platforms over here as we can. Did I not unlock that one? There we go. I'm probably too far away. Yep, there we go. I got to unlock that one. So, and thematically, so this is where a little bit of the city skylines part of me comes in. I also like to, you know, imagine, like I said, the base can be very utilitarian, but there's no reason why all the nasty production stuff has to be right next to the habitat. You know, it can be... Does that... Oh, it does produce 1U. Okay. So I try to keep, you know, just like storage and printers near here. So here's my one printer. Now, I do have a little bit of iron here. I have 5 iron, and I think I have a little bit of resin. It's probably on one of those platforms I just moved. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to do, now that I've moved all this stuff, we're going to... How much does that take? That takes 5U. Holy cow. Alright. We're going to need... this. Gonna sneak you. I like how I can hold on to an RTG, but I can't. The little guy can't use the power that it's generating while he's holding on to it. Alright, there we go. Actually, I could have just hooked it up to the, boom, there's 9U now. Okay, what I wanted to do is I want the large platform seat, extra large platform seat right there. And that's 2 resin, 2 iron. Come on. I got too many buttons going on here. There we go. Alright, and I'm there. Alright, so we'll get that printing. I like the extra large platforms, and I'm going to make that my print platform. 2 large printers, 2 medium printers, 2 small printers, and a storage silo. So, alright, so that's going to do its thing. We've got storage for right now. This can just sit right over here somewhere. This is not its permanent home, but I just want to have it sort of out of the way. And we will hook it up. There we go. Now I will lock that into place. Alright. I also brought, because I had it, this large turbine, wind turbine. Since it was a reward from one of the missions, and I believe Glacio is one of the better planets for wind generation. So I brought it along just for that. Alright, so also near, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of have the base extend toward the road. And then I may even have I would kind of like to have things sort of near the road, so I can just pull up with vehicles and then drop stuff off. So the smelter would be near the road. The research chamber will be near the road. And then things like the atmospheric condenser, which was also a reward from a mission, and I brought that along because Glacio is a great source for argon, and that is necessary for steel, I believe. So we're going to need a platform for those. But those can be next away from the road, then the storage, then the printers. That way all your stuff, the storage is kind of in between the printers and the production, as it were. And then, like I said, the habitat is off by itself in a nice little quiet area, so our little guy can get some sleep when I'm not playing. I know he doesn't need a good view and sleep and such, but it's just that part of me, like I said, from city skylines. I like to have some design to my bases, even if they're not, optimized or perfect. I like to have some character to them. Alright, so this is almost done. Come on, there we go. Let's unpack that. And then that printer that just printed this platform is going to plop right on top of it. Do I even have any other printers? I don't have any other printers in this base. Wow. I might have had printers at one time and then just moved them. Okay. Don't have a lot of compound. So let's go ahead. I've got 6 compound, which is enough to build 1 of each. So let's go ahead. We're going to build a small printer. I'm so used to tethers and small printer being right next to each other there. That leveling block getting in between now. Alright, so there's a small printer. We're going to want a medium printer. So let's go ahead, and I think it just defaults to that. Yep. It is going to need power. Let's just do that temporarily because this is not its final location. I can't see the button because there's a cat in the way. There we go. This is my gray tabby Vosh. She loves to sit right in front of the monitor, and like a really bad, when you were a kid, okay, when I was a kid, watching Saturday morning cartoons, in your head, your face was like inches from the screen. That's what she does. And then she'll paw the screen. Alright, and we have a large printer. So that gets me my printing platform. I have my power production platform, more or less. I mean, it doesn't do a lot, but we're going to put the battery on there. And I actually don't like the sound of the RTGs. As much of a great job as the sound engineer did or sound designer for Astroneer. I forgot his name. Excellent sounds, but the continual sound of the RTGs drives me nuts. And what I've started to do in some of my other saves is I actually put all the RTGs and everything underground. So I don't see them, I don't hear them, they're just out of sight, out of mind. But for right now, this episode, we're going to set everything over here for the time being. And if I ever get around to that, that might be a later episode where I actually start putting things in a little bit better locations. But I do want it hooked up to the habitat so that I've got power coming from those RTGs. That's going to be very important. For right now, this is going to be my storage, but usually I put a medium silo, the ones that require, I think it's titanium. And then since this is going to stretch toward the road, we're going to put it this way. We're going to put this platform this way. Whoops. I'm really bad about hooking up these cables. So let's give it, let's put it into this corner a little bit. Things don't have to be in a perfect line. There we go. And I don't mind the printers being near the habitat. I really don't. They're not that noisy. So then next I'm going to have storage, and that would be this one right here. So right now at this base, not a lot of storage. And I just realized I have some redundancy because there is an oxygenator, but now that I have the habitat, I don't need the oxygenator. So storage near the printers, I like to do that because, of course, hey, I need this, this, or this, and you just reach over and grab it from the storage. So, whoa! You know, I like how I had that locked, and yet I can still knock it out of place. Alright, and I even disconnected the cable. Okay, so lock that. Let's go ahead, grab this one. Let's get rid of just a little bit behind. There we go, angle it away. There we go. And then I've been collecting these things too in some of my saves. Alright, so we got the storage. Next up, let's do the research chamber. I'm not going to build everything in this base here right now. So the research chamber is a quietish thing. It's not too noisy, so it can be near the habitat. Let's go ahead and lock that. Again, these aren't perfectly placed. What I might do is actually have like a galley base. So over on this side, this poor little buggy, I keep moving it, and it keeps getting in the way. Like a galley. So I've got stuff on either side, and I always like to connect them by putting down underneath a tiny platform so that I have bi-directional power versus using extenders, which of course only go one direction. Don't get me started on the illogical decision there. Extenders are only one direction, but for some reason the cables that go between platforms are bi-directional. Just a decision that I don't know what that was about. But anyhow, what was I going on about? So I do have this and this. I have enough resin and iron for one more extra large platform. We're going to print one more of those. And I don't know why I picked those up, because I could just stay there. Go ahead and select the extra large platform again. And it will do that. Let's grab 2 iron. 1, 2. There it goes. Get those out of the way. And we can put a couple more things on there. Okay. So that's going to print up. We're going to move our landing platform because it is right in the middle of the roads. Where would I like to move it? I think it will fit right up here. As weird as that would seem. Oh. I'll have to build a little better access to it. And I started clearing this area out too. So maybe I could put it there. Well, I'm so wishy-washy. You know, I make these decisions and then it's like, but maybe not, you know? So, oh, I really do need to get some terrain analyzers over here so I can make this look a little bit better. Alright. Up here is good, and then I'll get some ramps and such to it later. But now it's out of the way of the road. The ramps are well positioned which way. Let's turn it so I have the, whatchamacall, the control panel towards the base. So, turn it just a little bit more. Now that I'm looking, I have to walk through this all the time. Okay, for right now, it can live up here. I just wanted to get it out of the road. Okay. Now the road, the intersection is clear. So, let's get this out of the way. Where's my cursor? There it is. Because I have another cat in the way. Oh, those crazy cats. Alright. And then my tether network. I really should get that hooked up again. So, let's go ahead and get these tethers hooked up again. So, I'm probably going to put an arch at some point across this so I don't have tethers going across, but that's the cosmetic part of the base, where I start getting into just how it looks. But form follows function, so decide what the base should be laid out like, and then later on worry about how it looks. Alright, so we're going to turn it around because my OCD says that the little arrow has to be pointing outward. So this can be where the... where is it? Atmospheric condenser can be located. For right now, I can put the wind turbine there. There we go. And then I'll probably put a chemistry lab and storage. And then that wind turbine will probably move in the future. Alright, let's lock that into place right now. And we're going to lock this, put it into place. And then we'll have this be the connector. Oh, there's my medium and small printer. Okay. Gosh, I was like, how did I build a base without those things? So right now, we'll just connect all this using this. Maybe between episodes, I'll come up with a good layout for all of this. But I do want the smelter way over here, far away from the shelter. Shelter far from smelter. Alright, so are these all locked? You are not locked. There we go. And you are locked. Alright. Excellent. Let's go ahead. We're going to take our... So, I have my second medium printer. Which, now that I look... Let's do this. We're going to grab here, and I bumped that platform out of place again. We're going to need a spot for that printer to go. So what we'll do is we'll clear this out towards this little whatever that does go to. Let's set this down again. Even though I keep bumping it. There we go. Let's take these medium printers and relocate them. There we go. The small printer. Come on. There we go. So we have two of those side by side. We have the two medium printers. Actually, oh, I have a spare platform over here. Oh, that's right. That's my power. It can sit there for the time being. All right. And then that can go there for right now. All right. I do have... Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3... And go ahead and print a large printer. And that takes care of my print platform. even though I don't really need 2 of each. The beacon is now redundant, so we can grab that, put that in storage. And we have successfully relocated our base. So it was in the middle of the road here. We have moved it out of the middle of the road because, you know, playing in the middle of the road, never a good idea. I can build a really good, I could even build like a roundabout here if I wanted to for some strange reason. That's a neat idea. I should do that in one base if I haven't finished them all yet, but I think I have now. I think this was the last planet where I hadn't finished the base. Maybe Novus. Nope, Novus. I did that one. Visania. Visania. I don't think I have a complete. No, I do. That one I don't know. I will have to go visit it again. I was just there, but I can't remember. It's pretty sad that I can't remember, but all right. Our print platform is complete. So, I think we're going to end the episode there, folks. I hope you had a good time. Here we are, 101 episodes in. And I have been making some, or mulling some thoughts over in my head about, do I want to start over? And with all the new stuff that has come out, this particular save, there's my little hovering compound, by the way, still there. With all the changes that have occurred with Astroneer since I started this particular save, Kadef, Captain Clueless, and I, we've done a lot. We got the Exodynamics auto sorter facility going. I'm sorry, I can't remember what the name of the company is here, but you know, that's what we were calling it. And we've kept up with a lot of it, but I am thinking, like, I just had that idea, hey, a base where it is the center of a hub, a wheel, hey, similar to like Detroit is laid out, except for Canada getting in the way, but so, and nothing wrong, nothing against Canada, it's just a joke there, but a base where we come up with some really creative base layouts that could be efficient using automation. Maybe something where we have like a spiral that comes out and production spirals in or out, or even kind of can switch back and spiral both directions, like maybe even a helix type thing. I don't know how, but maybe even a way to get where you could almost have a circular where you could just drop something off anywhere in the path, and logic will figure out what happens to that item that you drop off on that path. But that would be a nightmare logistically, I think. Still, something that, would be kind of interesting to attempt. So, but as far as this save, there's one other thing I realized I hadn't done. Oh yeah, by the way, I did accidentally complete one mission while I was going between planets, and that was there's something out there. I forgot. I had never visited the little satellite the unidentified satellite up in the orbit. So when I got there, I got the 2,500 bytes. But there's still these ones as well. Through the looking glass, that is activate everything, activate the unidentified satellite, which I have done in this save, but not since missions came out. I haven't activated every single one of the gateway chambers yet. So I realized as I was visiting various planets, like Calidor, I think I've only activated 2. Here on Glacio, I think I got them all. But, the other planets, I haven't got them all yet. So there's a lot of things to do. Something I would like to do here, we're going to turn this one in, because I would like a QT RTG here on Glacio so that I can swap out the generator and wind turbine, and then even though I don't need beacons on them, I'm going to put a beacon. So now my buggy has the power that is required to get it wherever the heck I want. And then is there anything else that I want to activate while here? Or, I'm sorry, claim? Buggy, rover, seat, and bytes. I already have a buggy here. A QT RTG, 2 of them. 3,700 bytes. A medium shredder and bytes. You know what? I will activate that. Or claim that, I should say. Because a shredder wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Even though it is the tiny one. And believe it or not, I am going to already use that because this generator is kind of pointless now. So, crunch, 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 crunch. Get that going. And then there was something else that I got for that too, wasn't there? Oh, bytes. So, okay. Alright, how are we doing on byte count? 285,048. Not bad. Alright, everybody. Well, we got the Glacio base relocated. And, you know, we relocated it, what, 500 feet. But it's out of the middle of the road. Playing in the middle of the road, never a good idea. So, we got it out of the middle of the road. Just to let you know, the Titanite extraction doing really well. In fact, I'm pretty certain there are tethers all the way to it. Let's go visit that, see how well it's doing. I could hear it thumping very faintly in the distance there. I also widened this tunnel to accommodate vehicles. I think the Titanite was this way. Actually, if I just... Oh, nope, it is the other way. I love this. This is my favorite way to travel now. This is my favorite way to get around. Okay, yep, I do hear it thumping. And here it is. Yep. So where are we at here? We are at 76. It's been running for about an hour, and it's only up to 76. Oh, well. But we've got Titanite going. That'll be very helpful. I've got ammonium going. I'll need that. I've got plenty of hydrogen. Holy cow, do I have enough hydrogen. Ooh. Okay, so here, I wanted to... But I don't have one on me. We're going to head back to the surface really quick. We're going to head back. Come on. Actually, we're going to do that. Okay. Looking around. Okay. So, yeah, there was that cache right there. And I was lucky. That is one good thing about this particular save is I have a whole bunch of packagers because of the holiday event. So I'm going to grab a packager. Actually, I'm going to grab a couple of them. Oh. Got to fill in that little gap there. 1, 2. Alright. Come back here. I mean, this moves faster than the buggy. And you can carry objects. In fact, you can carry the large tier 4 objects while doing this. So it's very handy. Oof, I saw that coming. Sorry, little guy. You got another life, though. There you go. Alright, so yeah, you also got to be careful about that. He's got infinite lives. So. Alright. At least it's right there at the bottom of the ramp. I know where it's at. Yep, that is one thing you got to be careful of. You can get a little bit more airborne than you intended to at times. So. Okay, let's grab all the stuffs from his corpse. Alright. And we'll just pretend that never happened. So, okay. Every time I come down that ramp, So there was that cache over here. We're going a little long this episode. I almost fell into that hole there, too. Alright, so there was a cache right on the other side here. I want to drop a tether. So I have oxygen, and there it is right there. So yeah, you can just drop those on there. It does make a tier 2, but you can now take this back. You don't have to drag dynamite everywhere. You just have to go around looking for them, and then you can pack them up. And then just take them all back to your base, and then have your own little explosion area where you can blow all of them up. And then also what's cool is the debris. You can salvage the debris from that too, because it's near your base. So I don't know why I never thought about packing these up before. I think I was near one once and I had a packager on me and I said, I wonder what will happen. And sure enough. So, alright, yeah, I do have to get a ramp up to that, up there, don't I? Because it's a little difficult. Oh, well, not too difficult. So, alright everybody, I hope you had a great time watching this episode. I love this game. I do have, some thoughts about just starting with a new save. Starting over, fresh, missions, experience the game from the beginning with all the content, including the missions, and how that impacts the early game. Because you get bites a lot faster, and you get some much needed equipment a lot faster too. And it kind of forces you into learning some things, like, hey, tractors and such. So, thank you everybody for watching this episode, and I will see all of you in the next episode of Astroneer with your friend Kuros Paladin. Take care, and bye!